Hey, what's up everyone? It's been a while since I came out with a video, and I had some free time tonight, so let's get to it. We're gonna do some command blocking here. It has been a little bit since I came out with the video because I've been doing school, learning how to program and everything. It's kind of fun. But we're gonna learn today about this long string of commands. What does it do? What is its purpose? Well, let me tell you. So if you guys ever run in the world and you guys notice starting to lag and you get those pesky players that will just they'll just sit here and mine, and then their inventory gets full, and then give you an example with these blocks because it was just right there. Then they get like a bunch of these blocks just out of nowhere. So because their inventory's full, and then they're just leaving a trail of these. And any time that whoops. Well, anytime that an item like that is on the ground, that will actually count as an entity. There we go, back in the command room. So once, right there it is. So once the items get up to 500, this string of commands will kick in. And it will warn the players, hey, there's 500 blocks on the ground. And it's not even like blocks too, it's stacks. See how the counter is 530? If I go like this, it's going to combine. It'll go back to 530. See, look, boom, 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 boom. Then, boom. But if there's new stacks, it will go up to 537. It will just keep on climbing up. And so what this does is, as soon as it, right here, this is your counter, which we'll go over how to do this in a second. But this right here keeps track of how many items are on the ground. This right here detects how many items are on the ground. So right now it's detecting that there's 500 grounds. So it activates this comparator, and then it's activating this long string of commands, which wow, those dogs are annoying. Anyways, which brought the text on your screen, and after 5 minutes, it's gonna delete all these items. So let's get to it. So the very first thing you're going to need is a scoreboard. You're going to need scoreboards, objectives, and add items. Dummy. You will need this command in. I'm not going to enter it because I already have it in Snow's world. So once you do that, bam, you completed your very first step. Congratulations. Second step, you need to build this right here. So you're going to need a repeating command block, unconditional, always active. The command that you need is scoreboard players, set items, items, 0. Now what this command is basically saying is scoreboard players, set items, set the player items, this is a made up player, on the scoreboard items to 0. So it's always setting the item scoreboard 0 on the made up player that we just made up right here to 0. Easy enough. And you want to do this just to make it lag friendly on every 20 ticks. It really doesn't need to be activated every second. You could even do 40 ticks, 60 ticks. However many ticks that you want it to check to see how many items on the ground, that's what you put there. And if you don't know, 20 ticks equals a second, dependent on lag. Now, it can be a little bit iffy if you got a lot of lag in your realm. It could be more if so it just depends on those variables. Now, you're going to need here a chain command block, unconditional, always active. And here in the notation, you can see now it's keeping track of 516 items. So this one, you want this on 0 tick delay. So that way, anytime that this activates, this one will automatically activate after it. So it's going to set the scoreboard to 0, and then it's going to re-find the scoreboard to see how many items you have. So this one, you want execute at E in brackets, type equals items. Run scoreboard, players add the made up player items on the scoreboard items 1. So that means every single item that is on the ground like this it is going to add 1 to the scoreboard. So every how many ticks you set this up, it's going to reset it to 0. And then this is going to recount the scoreboard. So right here, now this is our tester. This tester right here, so scoreboard players test items, or made up player items, to 500 to infinity, pretty much. Now, if you want it up to 1,000 items, you can change this number to whatever you want. Just realize this number right here is going to reflect how many items are right here. And that can be anywhere in a game. So if we go like this, enough, eventually we'll get that response. Or how many items we're at? A player logged off, so that's why it went down. So 483. Let's see if we can get it to trigger again. I'm sure we can. There we go. So we reached 500 items. Doing this for a video. Boom. So now it automatically kicked on. So that's all this does. This right here, just to recap, it will set scoreboard to 0. This one counts the items. This one detects how many items. So once it gets up to 500 items on the ground, it's going to activate this comparator, which is going to activate this command block right here. This one is a simple title raw at a times 10, 60, 20. These items right here affect the next command block. This is a pretty good time. It kind of just affects how long the text is going to display on the screen. This one right here is going to activate the same time as this one does, because this comparator is going to power this one up, which anytime that you power up a block, it's going to power up all the blocks next to it. So this one will power up, and this one is going to set your scoreboard on the side. So we went back down to, it just deleted all the items. So yeah. So now we're at 9 items. So much is going on. Anyway, so we're at 9 items right now, but this one sets the scoreboard right here on your right hand side of the screen. This one, oh yeah, the command is actually really simple too. It's scoreboard objectives set display sidebar items. Then we got this right here. What this does is, when this comparator is on, it turns this redstone off. This right here is just a simple scoreboard objectives set display sidebar. So when this is not active, it's going to turn that scoreboard on your sidebar off. So now players won't see how many items on the ground because they're below your count. Hopefully you're following me. The next one. This one right here is title raw at a title. Now all of these characters are very important. You have to type this exactly how this is. What this is going to do, it's going to pop up that warning, there's 500. And this is the title, so this is going to be the big text on your screen. This next one is going to be the same exact command, but with subtitle. This means it's going to be the smaller text below. And then the smaller text is just going to be items. And this has to be typed out this exact way. And all of these are conditional, always active. These are all on 0 ticks for now. And then we get to this one. This one is the same exact as this command right here. So 10, 60, 20. 10, 60, 20. I just find that as a good timer. You can play around with those numbers if you want the text to stay longer, if you want it to be shorter. Play around. That's the best way to find out. So this one is actually going to be on a 100 tick delay. So that means as soon as this command block right here activates, it's going to wait 100 ticks before it's actually going to activate this one, which will then activate this text. And all these command blocks are conditional, always active redstone for the chains. So now we are in this one. So this command, you have to be spelled exactly. This is just going to warn players, kill items. Then there's this one. which will be the subtitle again. So this is the smaller text in 5 minutes. So this is giving everyone a warning. Hey, 5 minutes, it's going to kill all the items. Then there's this command right here. So this one, once this activates, it's going to wait 6,000 ticks to activate this command. 6,000 is roughly a little bit under 5 minutes. And then it's going to say 10. And then all the commands after that are going to be on 20 ticks, so every second. So 9, 8, and you get the gist. It's a counter. Pretty cool counter. Oh, that dog noise. I need to fix that. This is my add-on with the zombie dogs, and when they get injured, this is a kill chamber that Snow's Realm did. So you're just hearing all the mobs die that are in their safe zone. Anyway, so say 1, 20 seconds. Same thing on that whole string. Now we're getting to the final, the meat and cheese. This right here is kill at E, type equals item. Now, you got to make sure that this is just kill at E with these brackets, kill type equals item. If you do kill at E, it's going to kill everything on your realm. So you got to make sure you got these brackets in place with type equals items. And then this is just displaying all the items it killed. You want a conditional, always active. And then this one right here, I just kind of put as a, I don't know, it's kind of double making sure that sidebar is off. It's not really required because this right here is taking care of it. And that is what happens. That kills all items on your ground once they get up to 500. Now there is one little flaw in this system, and we were watching it before. If the members kind of hang out around 500 items and they go down and up, it's going to kind of spam this. This is my first version of it. If any of you guys got any good ideas how to fix that, that'd be great. I might come up with a new design, but yeah. As long as they don't hang around that 499 to 500, then it won't be going on, off, on, off, on, off. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, or message me. But yeah, that's my anti-lag item. You guys have a wonderful day. See ya. Alright, real quick, little side note. Actually, when I was thinking about it, I thought of an improvement which stops the spamming if it's at right there floating between 499 to 500. So this is the same exact setup, but the detection system right here. So this one right here, scoreboard players, test items, items 500 to infinity. This one, instead of it activating the string of commands, it's gonna activate this comparator, which will activate this impulse block. Unconditional needs redstone. All the impulse blocks are also need redstone, by the way. But, so let's get to it. This one will now set block at the chords. Now this chords right here are right here. So you want to find out what these chords are. And if you don't know how to set this up right here, if you actually go into your settings, go into creator, just turn on enable copy coordinates. That way you can just go here, push T, and then you get this button. This only works too if you have a keyboard, that coordinate cheat. Then if you hit this, it automatically copies the coordinates. But, so yeah, this right here is going to set the redstone block here, activate the string at the very end of it. Now we're going to have set block at those chords air. So that way, it doesn't matter if this is at 499, then it goes up to 500, and then it floats back down to 499, then goes back up to 500. That redstone block is already here. It is not going to interrupt the cycle, which will cause a spam. So yeah, that fixed the issue. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching a zombie video. Have a great night.